Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Morning, our student. How are you today? I hope everyone is so healthy. Let's see who has a breakfast. Please raise your hand. Yes, good. Okay, before class start, let's not forget we have breakfast so we can concentrate. Before class start, we say our prayer first. We start prayer. Okay, we finish. Alright, our student is absent first. Whose name is calling? Please raise your hand. Okay? Anissa. Berlian Anissa Rahman. Fajri Saputra. Oke, Fajri. Iqbal Putra Dinata. Oke. Present. Melinia Herma Pardini. Oke. Ladia Sabita. Ladia. Where is Ladia? What? Sick? Okay, Ladia. Sick. Nuri Latifanisa. Okay. Present. Please raise your hand, Nuri. Yes, good. Okay, next. Yora Prima Putri. Yora Prima Putri. Okay, present. Next. Johan. Johan. Yeah, yes, Johan, please raise your hand. Okay. Johan. Next. Cindy. Present. Caca. Yes, present. Next, Dava. Where's Dava? Okay, Dava sick. Okay, Dava. Next. Next, Rama. Okay, Rama, please raise your hand. Okay, Rama, present. Nurul. Nurul. Okay, next, Jordi. Where's Jordi? Jordi sick. Okay, Jordi. Next, Yoliza. Where is Yoliza? Anyone? Yoliza. Yoliza, please raise your hand. Okay, Yoliza. Yoliza. Next, Nurhofifa. Nurhofifa Hidayati. Okay, Nurhofifa present. Okay, Nurhofifa. And the last, Fajri. Fajri, where's Fajri? Okay. Please raise your hand, Fajri. Yes. Okay, guys. We are finished to attendance list. Okay, before we start a new learning material, Who remember our study material last week? Okay, raise your hand. Okay, good. Yes, great. Our study material this week is economic activities. We will learn what economic activities and other things are associated with economic activities. Okay, all students. In this time, I will explain a new material about economic activities. Okay, first material about definition of economic activities. Economic activities are human activities aimed to obtain goods and services. The scope of economic activities is also vast, starting with a production, selling, and buying of goods and service. According to Business Dictionary, economic activities are an age of a human involving production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services at a very level of society. From this is conclude the economic activities is considered a series of activities that can generate, trade, and distribute product and service by involving monetary transaction. Okay guys, I was explain the understanding activitas economy. Whether any of the students can repeat what an economic activities? Yes, raise your hand. Yeah, yes, Fajri. Please repeat the definition economic activities.
Okay, Miss, my name is Fitri. Economic activities is considered a series of action that can generate, trade, and distribute product and service by involving monetary transactions.
Okay, the second materials about types of economic activities. To make ends meet, people are in constant contact with all economic matters. Some types of people's economic activities are often carried out among other things. 1. Production activities. Production activities is an activities that can produce both an items and service. In the production activities is attained for the production of goods and service to meet consumer needs. The production activities will also produce some kind of goods. For example, it's raw, half finished, and finished. Second, distribution activities. Distribution activities are defined as both the delivery of goods and service of production to customer. Distribution aims to spend good and service what lead to people in need. However, he said the rupiah was expected to strengthen to in Jakarta interbank spot market on Thursday as for distribution activities flow. Among these things, the purchase from the manufacturer to transporting goods, wrapping, sales to merchant to wholesale, storage, standardized quality times, classification of goods, promotion goods, and distribution, and the last intake activities. And the last, consumption activities. Consumption activities are an activities of the use of goods and service derived from producer as for the purpose of the consumer doing such activities because it meets his or her needs. Well, I was explain the types of economic activities. Whether any or student can repeat what and types of economic activities. Okay, please raise your hand. Okay, I can choose this student. Uh, Yoliza and Yura. I can choose three student. And the last, Johan. Okay.
Yes, Miss, my name is Yoliza. Types of economic activities. 1. Production activities. Production activities is activity that can produce both an item and service. Second, distribution activities. Distribution activities are defined as both an delivery of goods and service of product to consumer. And last, consumption activities. Consumption activities are an activities of the use of goods and service derived from producers. Yes, Miss, my name is Yoliza. Types of economic activities. 1. Production activities. Production activities is activity that can produce both an item and service. Second, distribution activities. Distribution activities are defined as both an delivery of goods and service of product to consumer. And last, consumption activities. Consumption activities are an activities of the use of goods and service derived from producers. Okay, Miss, my name is Yoliza. Types of economic activity. 1. Production activities. Production activities is an activity that can produce both an item and service. Second, distribution activities. Distribution activities are defined as both an delivery of goods and service of a product to consumers. And the last, consumption activities. Consumption activities are an activities of the use of goods and service derived from producers. Okay, Miss, my name is Johan. Types of economic activity. 1. Production activity. Activity is an activity that can produce both an item and service. Second, distribution activities. Distribution activities are defined as both an delivery of goods and service of product to consumer. And the last, consumption activities. Consumption activities are an activities of the use of goods and service derived from producers.
Okay, the third material is example of economic activities. Without a realize it, many examples of economic activities are taking place in communicative every day. That example become an integral part of society look at for the explain from our surrounding. One, production. For example, Indonesia is one of the countries that produce high quality coffee beans. This is a condition that big companies used to process raw coffee beans. The company then process the grain into a beverage. Thus, fast food is finally sold at the right price for production. 2. Distribution. For example, government promote and marketing and sale of the uh, preeminent domestic food product such as natural commodities. The intent product was distributed to neighboring countries. In this case, government will distribute and leave local product to compete in international market. And third and the last, consumer. Consumer is an activity and a value for an item to satisfy the need. Okay, next material about factor that influence economic activities. One, natural resources. That nature resources factor is the key to economic activities. With uh, with sufficient natural resources such as soil, air, mineral, water, plants, animal, and anyone else. It will make economic activities possible according to nature resources. Indonesia is very rich in own resources. As for the role of the nature resources as the building block for all products. And 2. Human resources. Beside nature resources, the factor affecting economic activities are human resources. Human resources activities play a significant role as the person who create economic activities and the person who does development in economic activities. Human in economic activities can act as a labor and businessman, and some other rules as follow. In economic activities, certainly human resources are required to maintain skill and improve. And 3. Capital resources. And third factor affecting economic activities is capital resources. Whether capital or not has an impact on country economic growth. For the developed world, there is not a doubt that the capital resources they have are very well sufficient in the process of economic activities. Okay, next material about production factor used to produce a product for item. 1. Natural resources atau SDA sumber daya alam. Natural resources are the ingredient found in nature resources can be used for human survival. As a production factor, natural resources are used as raw material. Their soil, forest, and water. 2. The workforce. Land or land owned by the product certain can grow themselves. Yes, good. The second factor was the labor is task of tilling the land of the soil. So the product we use may be produced. 3. Capital. Capital, you must have heard a lot of the capital, right? Capital is not only money but also the machine and raw material used for production. Office or building can also be called capital. And 4. Entrepreneurship. Lastly, there is entrepreneurship, which means the ability to run an efficient production company. Okay guys, well the matter is our last material for today. We close today lesson by reading Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Okay, thanks you for your attention today. See you all.